Okay, right. So what is our last class? Cluster, huh? Okay. Mm. Okay, so cluster main advantage of cluster is what we said, to improve the performance of joins and also save your memory. Okay, unnecessary. Okay, na? Unnecessary wasting of memory. Complete collection of tables data we are grouping and storing into one single memory location. Okay, no? Right. And these are the steps we design. So whenever you want to create cluster tables, okay, first create clustered object and create cluster name, common column name, data type size. Next, create an index on clusters. Okay. Then after create cluster table. So create table name, column name one, data type. Okay. And up to here, this is completely a normal table definition. Okay. Then this table should make it in clustered. Then we need to add your tag, tag, cluster name, and on which basis we are going to be joined or linked tables means based on common column. Understand now? Okay, let you come out and see one by one how these three steps I have to use. Let you check now. Okay, my first step. What is my first step? Create clustered object. For example, dept underscore emp. One commonness column, department number of three. So create cluster name of common column data type size. Now I'm trying to create this object, but I don't have what we can say permissions. Then we should take permissions from where it was. Uh, Your database administrator and take the permission, grant, create clustered to mydb 4 p.m. So after granted this, now you just connect with your user ID and password. And what should I have to do here? Now I want to go ahead to create my clustered. Okay, fine. The first one, clustered object is created. Then after create index CI clustered index on what is this? Cluster name. What is the cluster name? DEPT underscore EMB. Index also we design. Next tables. Now table you have to join now. So first one, create table DEPT one and go ahead your department number. Okay, number of three and next I have to go department name. So where can to data blocks. So that's why I don't want to do like this to add this table to my cluster. Cluster name is what now? DEPT underscore EMP. This is my cluster memory name. Into that memory, I need to add with what column? Commonness column. What is a commonness column? Department number to take as a commonness. And the same as, okay, next I will go to design EMP1. So just ID I'm taking here, number of 3, comma, e name, varchar 2 of some size. And commonness column compulsory should maintain. I already said to you, if you want to create a cluster table, we must and should have a common column name, otherwise you cannot. And now I have to go ahead, and this table is also need to add to my cluster. Which cluster? emp underscore dept of, which was a common column. So that means what happened in your department table, department number, emp table department number is going to be linked. Okay, with the help of this common column, these two tables are linked together and saved under one same cluster memory. See, now see, my cluster memory is all same cluster memory. With the commonness column, it will be saved. Okay, fine. Then after I just go to execute, this name already existing. So, okay, fine. Okay. So now two things are over. Then after you can input some department one values, department number 10, for example, Oracle. Okay, fine. Then second one, okay, I have to go ahead 20 and see, for example, Java. Okay. I just commit this. Okay. And the same as insert into EMP1 and sending values of a ID number 101. For example, name was what now? Miller, and department number 10. And now next two. Okay. Next I have here Scott and 20. Okay. Then I just committed now. After committed, I'll let you come back and see your tables. And here EMP1. Okay. So now these are the things. And these are clustered or not. Suppose how I want to know, sir, how I can say these are the clustered tables. Now tell me, I will ask you one thing. Suppose now these are the three students are there, for example. How I want to identify whether these three students are coming from same hostel or different hostel? How I knows? How I knows? These three people coming to same hostel or different hostel? How? Huh? How you know means when we are asking to them, they are telling us. Yes or no? Huh? We are asking without asking how I knows, impossible. Hmm? So I'm asking to this person, are you coming from? He's saying that X hostel. To that person I'm asking, he's saying Y hostel. That person I'm asking, he said Z hostel. So that means what I understand, there's three people coming from same hostel or different hostel. Different hostel. How you knows? When they're telling their hostel names based on their name of the hostel, I understand that they're coming from same hostel, different hostel. Okay, then these people are coming different hostel. Okay, because they're telling three different names. So these are clustered, non-clustered, non-clusters. Suppose again I'm asking these three people, are you coming from? So they're saying that X hostel, X hostel, X hostel. That means what I want to understand? These are coming from same hostel. Same hostel means clustered. So based on the name of the hostel, whether these students are coming same or different. How we will know it? Same as here also. How I knows these two tables are in a same memory na different memories are. Okay na? So how we knows means their row identities. What here? Their row identities. So when the rows are different, the row IDs are different, it will show, then both are different memories. That means both are coming from different hostels. But the row IDs are showing same, then these two tables are having same memory. Okay, that's why when we need to confirm whether my tables are clustered tables or non-clustered tables, how I know to confirm here? I will know it here. So simply you just call, what is this? Row ID. Because I already said to you, row IDs are permanent. At any cost, your row ID never change. Once it was generated by system, it's a fixed and permanent. Okay, now? Now we can see the department table row IDs. First row, AA7 AAA. Second row plus AAA. Okay. Now second table. First row 7 AAA. Second row plus AAA. Both row IDs are same or different? Same. Same means these two tables are clustered or non-clustered? Clustered. That means these two tables are having in the same memory. It's mean that. If it will showing if you are non-clustered, see non-clustered table never have a same IDs. It will be different. For example, select a row ID from department table. Select EMP table. ID same or different? Different. Department table, I have a 4 rows, so different IDs. Here, EMP table have a 14 rows, different IDs. So, here first ID 3EAAA, here first ID 29AAA, so not matching. When the row IDs are having different, then confirm these are non-clustered tables. It means individual data blocks, these tables are saved. Okay, na? When both tables row IDs are showing as it is, my first row ID, my first row ID links with the first row ID. Second row ID links with the second row ID. So that means both are having same memory. This is one way to confirming your tables are clustered or non-clustered. Second one, very simplest process. Just to call select a star from tab. When I'm calling select a star from tab, it's very regular command we are using. So just call it. We have so many objects, tables and views, almost 55 objects we have. In this, these all objects are comes under views. And from here onwards, these are all our tables. Let you see all the tables here. Oh, so many tables we have here. Okay, na? But in these many tables, what we are created, but can you see this? Any table is having like a clustered ID? No. Accounts, there is no nothing. There is no ID showing in my clustered. Add-on items, no ID. Branch, no ID, nothing. So that means wherever my table doesn't show clustered ID number, these are all are called as a non-clustered, individual storing. These are all. But can you see what is this here? Clustered. This is my clustered object. Yes or no? But in this clustered object, out of so many tables, only DEPT1 table have a ID number and EMP1 table is also all having your ID number. So I have almost 50 objects in my database list, but out of 50 objects, only 2 objects are showing clustered IDs. Understand? Na? So it means by seeing of this ID number, you can confirm that DEPT1 table, EMP1 table, these are not a non-cluster and normal tables. These are clustered tables. This is confirmation how we can go to say my tables are clustered or not. Tomorrow interview person is also asking, how can we justify your 2 tables are having in the clustered or non-clustered? Okay, tell me how I want to know. Then you have to tell, sir, we have 2 things, sir. One is row ID basis you can see. And second one, in the selected tab list, clustered ID basis also we can confirming, sir. Okay. Next, For example, if I'm asking one more data dictionary, you can say, does user underscore clusters. If you see here what it was, cluster name. So suppose what is your cluster name is what, on which name your clustered memory are you created. Then we have to use this. What is the clustered underscore name. So this column, I'm calling from which data dictionary, user underscore clusters. Suppose I given, what is my cluster name? DEPT underscore EMP. So this is how many clusters you created. What is your cluster name? You can show. Now, in this clustered memory, in this clustered data block memory, how many tables you saved? What are those? If that information I want to see, then we have one more data dictionary that is called as a, what is now, tables. So many columns are there, but I need to find out table name. What is this? Cluster name. Okay. Now I'm going to call like this. If you want to see table underscore name from user underscore tables data dictionary, where particular clustered under what kind of tables you have. So now in my clustered, so what are the tables? DPT1, EMP1. So these are the ways how you need to justify my tables are clustered or non-clustered. Clear all of you now? Right now? So first to take your permission from the database admin. Last people okay na? Font size? Huh? Okay. Okay, so after that, take note point here. If we want to know, if we want to know the above tables, okay, if I want to know the above tables are in clustered or non-clustered, or in clustered or non-clustered, then then we should then we should check row IDs of the two tables, of the two tables. Full stop. If next point, if both tables row IDs are same, then we confirm confirm these are clustered tables. Clustered tables. Otherwise, we confirm these are non-clustered tables. Okay, now so this is one and main thing. Okay, if anybody asks you, you just go ahead and show their row IDs. Okay, fine. Write down. Last one. Is okay. Mm. So this is one thing to view like and next one, next note point you can write to view cluster objects in Oracle database, then use a data dictionary is user underscore clusters. User underscore clusters. Next, to view tables under then use user underscore tables data dictionary. Right. These are the clusters, how we can see it, cluster tables, and how many clusters you created, in which cluster, which tables are there. That kind of informations we can see by using of these two data dictionaries. Okay, now, right. And later, suppose these clusters, if I need to drop, okay, now, what is the syntax? Suppose drop. I'm using cluster. My cluster name is what now? DEPTEM. But see, when I'm using general syntax, how we dropping views, index, okay, in the previous classes, synonyms, materialized views, same syntax I'm using. Drop synonym, synonym name. Drop view, view name. Drop table, table name. Drop materialized views, materialized view name. Drop index, index name. Same as drop cluster, cluster name. But what happened, you can see. So you can't delete it. Why we can't delete here? Clustered is not empty. That means my cluster is not empty. Yes, of course, my cluster is having tables. So now you can't go to directly to delete. Then what I want to use? Then I have to use additional statement. What is this? Including including tables. Now okay. Then only cluster drop. Once you drop clustered, let you come and check your data dictionary is okay. So now there is no cluster. When there is no cluster, you can check your tables, nothing. And simply you can call select a star from tab list and see now I have a cluster tables. In select a star from tab list, you can check there is no cluster tables. That means once you drop your clustered object or memory, in the memory, how many number of tables you kept, that all tables are vanished, including tables. Okay, na? So this is including tables. We can. Okay, write down how to drop a cluster. Suppose if I'm using the syntax, a syntax what? Drop clustered and clustered name. Suppose as per this, if I go ahead, then I will get a problem. To avoid the above problem, we must use what is now including tables statement like below. Okay. Mm. Now, so below you can take one small diagram to understanding about the explanation. Okay, na? Because after that you are saying that what is clusters, sir, we forgot it. Eh? That's why better to take small diagram here. It was clear understand to you. Maybe some people will get confusion, but the confusion I can overcome by using this diagrams. So let's see. Non-clustered tables is our default. That means whenever you created your normal table, those are non-clustered. Non-clustered means what I said, every table separately in separate data blocks saved. Yes or no? On these types of tables, if I'm applying my what join statement, what happened? It will take much time to produce our result. What it will do to degrading joints performance, and see a lot of space also occupied. But here in a cluster, what happened? All tables together linked and saved into one single data block. So then after, when your tables are in the cluster, and I said to you, clusters created with the help of common column name. So common column basis, it will be joined. Without common column, you cannot. Then on these types of tables, if you apply your join statement, then directly it will be get. There is no again comparisons. There is no again row by row comparison, nothing. Directly fetch and give to clients. So take this diagrams as a rough diagram. Last people, okay, na? Can I increase font size? Okay, all right. So conclusion diagram you can dig. Easily understand it. And take headings, non-cluster table diagram, cluster table diagram. And below write down query statement, also write down join query you can write, and below take to degrading join performance here in a non-cluster formats and cluster formats to improve join performance. Okay. Mm. So these are what now in your database memories, your tables are will be organizing or placing by your servers in such a manner. Okay, now, right. So this is complete cluster. So cluster, what is the advantage and how to create it, how it was internally stored. Okay, that we discuss. Okay, so yeah, these people are coming here, guys, to give your feedback. Okay, now, yes or no? Okay, right. Just spend with them 5 to 10 minutes. Okay, again, I will come back.
Yeah, good evening, one and all. I'm from the management team here, Naresh IT. So kindly open the Google Classroom. So this is regarding the feedback. Okay, just can open the feedback link and you can share the feedback for that. The online team, just please respond in the chat box. Kindly open the Google Classroom where the feedback link has been shared to you. Just you can share the feedback, any issues, concerns, any suggestions. Yeah, thank you very much. Yeah, those have already done the feedback. Just let me know in the chat box. So it hardly takes some 3 to 4 minutes. Yeah, thank you very much. Thank you. The offline team, anyone completed? Just take 2 minutes. Just can share your feedback, okay? So that you can resume the classes back. Yeah, thank you, Ms. Pranjali, Kuldeep, Lata, Soyam, Shivam, Aarti, Kuldeep, Milan, Hussein, Usha, Sri. Thank you very much for sharing your valuable feedback. So make sure everyone share the feedback, okay? It's very, very useful. So after sharing your feedback, just submit the feedback form. Until unless you submit, the feedback won't be received to us. So any issues, any concerns? So till now, whatever the topics have been covered and going on, just you can share the feedback. So awaiting the responses from the online students. Kindly response in the chat box if you are done with the feedback. Yeah, Mr. Shiva, just you can just kindly contact to the admin. Okay, so he will guide you there. So all completed offline. Thank you very much. So online, just can go on and share the feedback. Okay, those who have not yet completed. Okay. So thank you very much for sharing your valuable feedback. So have a nice day.
Okay. Mm. Okay, you've done your feedback. Huh? Okay. Achha sa diya na? Okay, just kidding. Okay. Right. So this is clustered. Okay, na clusters, importance of clusters we discuss here. And the next one, take siding. What we left in your DML commands, one command was left na. Which one? Match. Take siding. Merge command. Okay. Now we can see what is merge command here. Okay. Mm. So first observe. Merge command, generally we are using guys here to transfer, okay, your information or data from one table to another table, source to destination. Whenever you need to transfer here, then we are using merge. But merge command, whenever we apply or we use on tables, a few things are very important to know, because those things, if you are not follow it and your tables are not having that, you cannot merge two tables. What is that here? Suppose, assume there are two tables, we have it here. The table name, for example, T1 and this is T2. The first thing is what now? Which tables do you want to merge together? Then after transfer the data, those two table structure must and should be same. Okay, now that means exactly the number of columns what we have here, same. Number of columns. Suppose you have three columns. Okay, suppose if I'm saying it is my source table and this is my destination table, then both are having same structure. First point. Same structure. Structure means what now? Having number of columns are same. So now suppose my column X, Y, and Z, and here also same three columns and also same column names also. Even though names also be same. Got it my point now? It's not like that XYZ. Here different column names I can maintain ABC. Okay, no. Same name, same number of call. Names also match. If name is not matching now, again you can't match. Okay, na? XYZ, same XYZ. That is one thing. Next one is what now? Data types. Data types also be same. Number means a year number. Suppose here varchar 2 means here also varchar 2. If you are having date, for example, and here also should maintain date. So the both the structure, that means same structure of tables only match. Different structure of tables cannot be matching. This point clear na? Structure. Structure means what? Number of columns, their names, their data types. All are should be same. Then only merge possible. Okay. That is the first thing you have to remember. Next, merge command. What is advantage to use this command? For example, you have your some data, already some data, you have it now. 1, 2, 3, suppose A, B, C, suppose 10, 20, 30. This is my source table. Source table is already having some information or data. So this is table number two. Table number two is also having some data. For example, 1, 2, Okay, AB, and give your 10, 20. So this is source and this is destination. Now you are observed. Suppose when my two tables are having some existing some data, both are having or both are existing some data, and also maybe those data will be matching data maybe. Okay, now whatever we have here, two rows of information, exactly the same two rows here also you have it. So this is called as what now? Matching rows. Matching rows we call it. So when we apply merge command on these types of tables, then what it will do? If you have any matching rows are there in that table, those matching rows are from source table to it will be override. Override on destination table. Override means data on data. Data on data is called the overriding. Okay, na? So now we are override this. So it means override means what now? One will be overriding one. A will be overriding A. Okay. 10 will be overriding 10. Okay, same as 2, same as B, same as a 20. So this is override. It never disturb your data, just overriding. Okay, how it was overriding means here internally we are using the command is called as what now? Update. This is matching row levels. This is okay. Clear it. Next, what now? Unmatching row. So that means what we have unmatching rows in a source table, these unmatching rows are automatically transferred to destination table. So that means finally what you understand here, merge command we are using only the way the data which is not available, that unavailable data transferring from source to destination, available data is overriding. So matching rows are available rows. Those are override. Unmatching rows means what now? Unavailable data. Unavailable data, what it was not there in destination table, the data will transfer. How it is transferred? By using insert command. By using insert command. So it means merge command, simply remember to combination of update command and insert command. And to move your data from one table to another table. This is merge information. Understand now? So that we will small definition and example tomorrow I will show you. And tomorrow don't miss the class because I'm starting normalization. Okay, na normalization. Don't miss it in your real time. It was very helping to you for your projects levels. Okay, na right. Saturday notes uploaded, huh? Huh? Okay, right. Notes uploaded, check once. Okay, na? Right, guys. Thank you.